I was hoping it would be over. I mean, I tried paying attention. I read the book and I went back and I looked up all different examples and it just wasn't coming through. But
was that the math class through Pathways, or was that
no? So Math 108 is it's just like a normal, I guess, like lower end math class. It's math for the real world. That's what it's called. And I was like, I don't know about the real world, but I mean, I guess it is important stuff to know, like especially because it's about graphs and percentages and the means of things. But I understood most of this. The only problem I was having, and I don't know if this is an issue, I couldn't open up. I forgot what the link was. I'm gonna open up that link right now. It was for to the class right now. It was under, what is it called? Individual preparation. Yeah, the mystery investment opportunities.
Mystery investment opportunities.
It was like a document that she wanted us to open up, I guess. It was part of I guess it was part of like the individual preparation for the class.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean I couldn't open it up because it's not a document. And I guess because I was looking on when I was going through the part 2 of this, part 2, it asks, for question number 6, it asks, it is called to use the mystery investment opportunities. Find the mean, standard deviation, and sample size for each of the companies. But I couldn't open up the document.
Oh, you couldn't open it up? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know how, or I mean, like you said, I was behind in the class too, so I mean, I'm trying to like catch up.
Oh no, that makes sense. Let me see if I can find it. Where should I put this? No, what it really talked about is there's different types of different preparations. Were you able to open like up the answer key as well?
Yeah. So I printed out the answer key to, like, I guess just to see what they were talking about, and then like the mean, I have no problem with, and now the standard deviation. I mean, I don't have a problem looking at it. It just sucked that I couldn't open up the document. I mean, I wanted to see the document to be able to try to do that problem, but I wasn't able to. So
okay, well, I can open up mine, but the video goes over it. There's different samplings.
okay.
For instance, there's convenient sampling, systematic sampling, simple random sampling, stratified sampling, and cluster sampling. So let me bring that up. I'm pretty sure it's in part 1. So, can you see this on the screen, or I have it up? Can you see it?
No.
Okay, let me see. I know there's a very nifty button that can show you control room, Google Effects, YouTube. Screen share. I think this is it. You see something?
Hey, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, sweet. Oh, there it is.
All right. I can play it. Otherwise, just kind of read through it. This is pretty much it. It's like it just gives a little summary of what these different things mean. And,
okay. How were you able to open that up?
That was, if you go over to the left side of your screen, there is a thing. There's like a list of these little pictures that come up. There's chat, and then underneath that is screen share. It's
okay, there it is. All right,
TV,
cool. So that's.
And then you click on that, and then whatever's up on your screen, you have the option of clicking whatever you want to show the other person.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and then the way you got the video here, because now I'm trying to figure out if I missed the video.
Yeah, it is a video. I wonder if I could send you the link. Let me see. see if I can try sending you the link. I'm going to email it to you.
Okay, cool.
So that you'll be able to review it.
Because I know we have the homework that we have to do, and so that's. I'm still kind of confused. It's do the homework together, but work on it yourself.
Yeah, it's like the part one is do it all on your own, but then the second part you like work together. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, all right, whatever. I mean, I'm cool. I'm good with that. All right, perfect.
All right, I sent you the email. I hope that you got it.
Yeah,
hopefully it works.
Yeah, so I'll take a look at it a little bit later. But I mean, other than that, that was the one that I was most worried about, not being able to see and actually do. And then I have the homework here that I need to. I don't want to look at the answer key. Yeah, because I also work full time, so I mean, it's a lot of work to do. So, and I'm in marriage and family studies. What major are you?
I'm in the same thing, actually.
There it is. I'm taking family 160 and family 220. So it's yeah, it's quite a bit actually. So and then I'm taking, what is it? I have the English 101, and then this math, and then I'm taking a religion class. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So, and like, I mean, I tried to, like, on breaks at lunch, or at work, I tried going through some of the homework, but it's like, oh man, my mind is not focused on that.
No, that's understandable. Oh, my screen is doing weird things. Sorry.
No, you're good.
All right. Do you still want this screen up, or do you want it to?
No, you're good. I'm gonna take a look at it a little bit later tonight.
Okay. Let me see if I can switch back. That one. That's interesting.
Oh, that is interesting.
Okay, we're going into infinity. Okay, let me try something else. I apologize about that.
You're good right there.
Okay. I'm not going to do anything else now. So I'm afraid I'm going to break this. Okay, do you just kind of maybe take turns, like we read it and then, I don't know, take a guess at what we think it is and then actually reveal what the answer is? Or
yeah, I guess so. We go through we're just going through part 2 because at this point we can't really go back and do part 1.
Yeah.
Because I know it's closed. So I guess we kind of went over 6 already because I saw the answers for it. So then it says make a histogram of the stock performance data for each of the companies, which I won't be able to do that because I need to actually see. I'm going to have to be able to go through that. So I guess we can, what's it, 8, 9, 10. So 8, 9, and 10. Here, I'm going to have a pencil right next to me.
All right, so 8, 9, 10.
So compare the results you obtained with the others in your group. Describe the different. Oh man, this is not good.
What's wrong?
That
Hey, Robin.
that video was really important because now it's going for 6, 7, and 8. Because it says compare the results you obtained with the others in your group. Describe the differences and similarities between the different graphs. And those graphs only can be made by the mystery investment opportunities. And find each company. So find the mean, standard deviation, and sample size for each of the companies. So the fact that I haven't been able to really see the companies, that's not a good thing. So if you were saving, I'm going to go to 9 because I mean, each of these 5, oh man. This is not, I really need to open that up. It seems like to see it. Okay. Oh man, this is. I wish I would have been able to. And I was trying to really. There it is. Yeah, it's weird because it wasn't wanting to open for me. Like when I went to go open up the attachment to it,
Yeah.
it wouldn't open for me. Actually, it was weird. So I click on that, and would it have been? No, let me see. I'm like going through the different. Okay. Now I see where I could have opened it. Okay, well, I'm definitely gonna take a look at the video and get through that. I guess in this case, since we, I mean, it's bad. I feel so bad. I'm like so unprepared.
Well, that's okay. Do you want me to just kind of like review some of the things like from the answer sheet? Then just when you go over it, maybe it'll make some more sense.
I say we do that, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, well, the first one I want to make sure on is that the one I have up and I've mostly completed is it's I believe it's lesson 2 preparation assignment. So I'm going down to part 2, and tell me if this says the same thing for you. You will fill this part out during your group presentation session. And number 6 is determine the correct sampling method for each scenario. Is that yours?
That's correct.
Okay, so I'll just go through that, and then I'll go through the answer sheet that the teacher provided.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so, all right, so A medical student researches the prevalence of aspirin usage by questioning all of the patients who enter her clinic for treatment. So what one do you think it could be? Could it be convenience sampling, systematic, simple random, stratified, or cluster?
Read that one more time. Let's go over that one more time.
Okay. A medical student researches the prevalence of aspirin usage by questioning all of the patients who enter her clinic for treatment. All right, I'm actually going to bring up that screen again.
Okay.
If I can find it. Hold on. Just go back to it. There we go. Okay. So kind of look through those and see if any of those sound like it would fit there.
Yeah. Medical student. And you were reading from part 2 of lesson preparation, right?
Yes.
For lesson 3?
I have lesson 2 up at the moment.
Lesson 2. Let me actually. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Let me go open that up.
I haven't even gotten to lesson 3, to be quite honest. It's like I said, I'm a little behind too, so I understand.
I gotcha. Okay, so lesson part 2. Let me actually. I'm gonna open up the document. There we go. Okay. So part 2. Okay. Determine the correct sampling method for each scenario. Okay. I gotcha. And then medical student researches prevalence of aspirin usage by questioning all of the patients who enter her clinic for the treatment. I would say, let me get the. I'm trying to remember the schematic and what are all the different types of.
Like, she questions all the patients.
Statistical design. Okay. Collect data. I'm going through this as well to see which ones are, because I went over this in Math 108 actually. The different types of the different types of sampling.
Mm-hmm.
No. Randomly selected custom. So let me open that back up. A medical student researches the prevalence of aspirin usage by questioning all of the patients who enter her clinic for the treatment.
I would guess like random sampling.
Yeah, because it's not a set. She just it looks like the student is questioning all the patients who enter. So just whatever patients enter that day is what she is. I mean, guessing in that sense, because it's definitely not systematic, and then it's not cluster sampling either.
All right, let's take a look and see what it says it is. All right. I think we got it right. We said. Oh no, she said it's cluster. What?
So cluster is sometimes
called
block sampling.
Cluster sampling.
For example, all the accounts for.
Oh wait, no, it's convenience sampling. Convenience sampling. I actually don't have a lot. There doesn't seem to be a lot of information on that though.
Yeah, because right here, and it says a convenience sample involves selecting items that are relatively easy to obtain and does not use random selection to choose the sample. Even though the sample is chosen by convenience, which now makes sense of why that would be convenient if she's a medical student and people are coming into the clinic for treatment.
Where did you find that?
I'm actually, if you went to, it's part of, if you were to go to open up your, I use iLearn 2.0 still because it's just what I'm familiar with. I mean, I'm familiar with that 3.0, but I actually don't prefer that.
I can't blame you there. I like 2.0 better.
Yeah, so it's under the Lesson 2 individual preparation screen. Try to, and then it's so if you were to click and it says read the statistical process and design of, and it opens up the book. So let me.
Yeah. Oh, it opens up the book. I mean, that's it. I just haven't really been able to do my reading in that as well. Okay, that's my problem.
Exactly. And if it goes down, I believe it would be under the observational or sampling methods. So 4.3, and then it gives you like
there we go.
Yeah, the
perfect
for each one.
Yay, books. Okay, that's gonna make things a little better.
Yeah, I realized that today that our book was right here the whole time.
I knew it was online, but this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's funny. So I guess let's go to B in part 2.
Sounds good.
Okay, so it says the Colorado Department of Health obtains an alphabetical list of 2 million adult Colorado residents and constructs a pool of survey subjects by selecting every 1,000th name on the list after randomly choosing one person from the first 1,000 on the list. Wow. That's a very run-on sentence.
Yeah, it is.
I got lost reading that. All right, so obtains an alphabetical list of 2 million adults. And it's specifically Colorado residents. Pool of survey subject by selecting every 1,000th name. So that's if I'm remembering correctly, Um, it sounds like a systematic one. Let me go back to those. It's not. It's definitely not simple random sampling. Not SRS.
You said systematic.
Yeah, Mike. That'd be
I'm
my
thinking-
guess because. And like here in the definition, so suppose a random number generator gave 41 as a random number between 1 and 50. The auditor select the 41st item. Then the next item chosen will be item number 41 plus 50, which would be 91. But then, let me see. No, stratified sample. Let me see. It could be stratified, but let me go back and read that. And it says alphabetical list of 2,000 adults. By selecting every 1,000th name on the list after randomly choosing one person from the first. It could be simple random sampling because it's, I mean, randomly selecting out of what, an alphabetical list of 2 million adult Colorado residents. And by selecting every 1,000th name on the list after randomly choosing one person from the first 1,000 on the list.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with systematic because it says like thousands, just because it says thousands, but the K is thousands. That's what I'm going with. I'm probably wrong, but that's what I'm going with.
It's like, and then that word randomly throws me off. Because at first, so let's go with systematic. And it sucks because this is what happens to me in tests. I'm like, okay. Oh, I know that's the answer, but let's go with that one.
All right. Is that your final answer?
It is my final answer for $1 million.
Systematic sampling. Yay!
There it is. All right. Perfect.
All right. All right. You read me the next one, and then I'm going to. I'll guess.
Okay. In a Gallup poll of 1,059 adults, the interview subjects were selected by using a computer to randomly generate telephone numbers that were then called.
Okay. In a Gallup poll of that number of adults, the interview subjects were selected by using a computer of randomly generated telephone numbers that were then called. Okay. So I'm going to look at this. I think it is. I'm thinking it's random sampling.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it would be random sampling.
All right. Random sampling is my final answer.
Okay. Let me see here. Random sampling. Come on, computer. It's like wanting to open up and then not open up.
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
Yeah. Enable part 2. There it is. SRS. Yes, simple random sampling. There it is. That is good. All right, so you read the next one, and I'll answer.
All right. So the next one is D. A dietitian has partitioned people into age categories of under 18, 18 through 49, 50 through 69, and over 69. She is surveying a simple random sample of 200 members from each category.
Okay. So my guess is stratified.
All right. And is that your final answer?
Yeah, I mean, she's putting them into groups, and from what I'm reading on our definitions, organized into groups.
You are correct. Yay! Yeah. It is stratified sampling.
You know what's good is I guess with these kind of problems, because I hate word problems. I can't stand word problems. They're not my friend. But I guess with these, it's I guess a little more easier to, if you just pay attention to the verbiage in the actual thing, then you can get the answer. So you're E, right?
Yes.
All right. A Johns Hopkins University researcher surveys all cardiac patients in each of 30 randomly selected hospitals?
Okay, let me see. What would that be?
Oh.
I think it's stratified sample.
Stratified? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Stratified, okay. Well, answer is cluster.
Gosh dang it.
So, John Hopkins researcher surveys all cardiac patients in each of the 30 randomly selected hospitals. Now, I want to go read the definition of cluster. Sometimes called a block sample, consists of taking all items in one or more randomly selected clusters or blocks. For example, all accounts items in few randomly selected months. The variation from one block to another is relatively low compared to the variation within. That doesn't answer my. Does not give me for the recent cluster sample. It's usually not recommended for audits. Well, if this was a research survey, and then now I want to see. Yeah, because that looks like, I mean, it could be close to stratified because it's in each of the 30 randomly selected, but then I guess it's not bracketed into like 1 through 5 with the randomly selected, or 6 through 10, or 11 through 15, whatever it may be. Okay, well, that's there. That's there. All right. So you want to go to number 7. I'm going to be, I don't know how long we have to do this for.
I think just until we finish it, honestly. So
Okay,
just like,
because I'm going to let you know. I have to go out with our high council tonight.
okay, what time do you need to do that?
So it's 5:34 California time. I don't know. You're not in California?
I am in California, actually.
Oh, where at in California?
Southern California, in a town called Hemet.
I know Hemet. I'm in Lancaster, California.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, so I'm familiar with Hemet. So we're not that far away.
Well, how cool is that?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's good. Yeah, we have I'm in a Spanish branch, so we have ward conference coming up, and so we have high council visits, and I've been selected to go with the high council member. But I will say about 5:50. So that gives us 20 minutes.
Okay, well then how about we just like read right through these. Do you want to do 7, just kind of read through it, say what it actually is, and then I'll do 8 and we'll just go like that.
Sounds good. Okay, so 7 is the American Medical Association wanted to determine general patient satisfaction with the patient's primary care physician. Determine the type of sampling method used in the following scenarios. Cool. So I'll take A. So it says they take a simple random sample, an SRS, of doctors, and then sample all the patients that the doctor works with. Okay, they take a SRS of doctors and then sample all the patients that the doctors works with. I mean, it's still random, but now they're grouping them into what those doctors work with. I'm gonna say cluster because it just sounds like okay, good. Oh, sweet. All right, so you want me to do B as well, right?
Yes.
All right, they put all the residents' names in a computer and use a random number generator to get a sample of 100 patients. Ooh, names in a computer. That's got to be systematic because I use a random number generator to get a sample of. Systematic?
It's actually simple.
It's simple. Wow, it's SRS. Yeah, man, it's throwing me off. I'll get it. I'll definitely get it. All right, so C. They divide the residents up by gender and then do a simple SRS of residents within each. Okay, it's stratified. Stratified because
Yep.
they're dividing them up. Okay.
Good job.
D. All right, they randomly pick key intersections in the city and then picking every fifth person that walks by after randomly picking off one of the first 5 people to be in the sample. Wow. Well, we had above. I'm going to say the randomly pick key intersections in the city and then picking every fifth. Picking every fifth doesn't seem random at all. And doesn't seem convenience. I'm going to say systematic.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, sweet. Okay, good. And
All right.
systematic.
All right, so it's my turn. Let's go to 8.
Yep.
Determine for each scenario whether it is an observational study or an experimental design. If it is an experimental design, determine the response, treatment, and subjects. Okay, this will be a little crazy.
So this is a little different, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So these are studies.
Yep, so these are studies. So,
okay.
All right. A, the Center for Disease Control obtains current flu data by randomly polling 300 men and 300 women. So let's see, experimental or observational. By randomly polling current flu data by randomly polling 300 men and women. Well, wouldn't it be experimental?
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right, it's observational.
Observational, really?
Yeah, so now I want to look up the definition real quick for us so that we can actually have a clear understanding of that.
Yeah.
Observational.
There's observational studies.
Yeah, it says an observational. Well, let's do, let me see. Observational studies. Let me do designed experiments, because then that would start with experimental. No, it's not. Okay. All right. Observational study. Researchers observe the responses of the individuals without controlling the conditions experienced by the individuals. Therefore, they do not assign the participants to treatment or group. Okay, so observational studies commonly occur in business settings. One example is in a financial audit. So I guess from that, then it would be the Center for Disease Control. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they randomly pick 300 men and 300 women. Okay, all right.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, B is you plan to conduct an experiment to test the effectiveness of Sleepies, a new drug that is supposed to reduce insomnia. So you randomly divide 1,000 patients into 2 groups, where half get Sleepies and the other as placebo. You record the gender of each subject. You will then observe how many hours of sleep they get in a week. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's actually what experimental is.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's experimental.
All right,
man, that would be crazy.
There's other things that it said to do in that. It's let's see, where is it? The experimental design. Determine the response. The response is let's see. Subjects. Okay, well, I do know that the treatment is they're giving them Sleepies or placebo. Response to see how much they sleep.
Yep, that's exactly right. Hours of sleep they get in a week.
Awesome, and then the subjects are the 1,000 patients.
Yeah, that would have been me a couple years ago. I had crazy insomnia.
Oh, that's not fun.
It's not fun at all. I'd be doing laundry in the middle of the night. People are like, "What are you doing?"
Do you want to do number 9?
Yep. So, all right, this is in September 2004. Yeah, pharmaceuticals company announced the result of its first human trial of NPI 32101, a topical form of its skin ointment. A total of 224 patients diagnosed with skin irritations were randomly divided into 3 groups as a part of a double-blind, placebo-controlled study to test the effectiveness of the new topical cream. The first group received a 0.5% cream, the second group received a 1% cream, and the third group received a placebo. Groups were treated twice daily for a 6-week period, and the degree of skin irritation was recorded at the time. Is this a designed experiment or an observational study? I'm going to absolutely say it's a designed experiment.
Yep.
Yeah, because they're breaking it down into the groups. All right, so what are the subjects? Well, it's the 224 patients diagnosed with skin irritations.
You are correct again.
All right, and then what is the response variable in the experiment? The response variable will be a 6-week period. The groups twice daily for no, that's not right. So what is the response variable in treated twice daily for a 6-week period in the according at the time? So after the 6-week period, I don't know. I'm not sure.
According to the answer sheet, it's the degree of skin irritations observed in the patients.
So that would be in the sense after the 6-week period, then that's what they would have observed. Okay. So it's almost, you got to come up with that answer yourself. All right. What are the treatments? Well, the 0.5% cream, the 1% cream, and the placebo.
You are correct.
All right, cool. And that's it. Oh, cool. I wouldn't mind having a whole test on sampling and stuff, but when it gets into the like standard deviation and all that, that's where I get scared.
Yeah, it's a little tricky for me too, but hey, if we work together, we can figure it out, right?
Definitely. Okay, so
do you know if there's another thing that we're actually supposed to go over for this week? We be needing to meet again.
No, so from what I'm understanding, this is our last hangout for the week, and all we have to do is turn in the homework. Oh. I'm going to the calendar right now.
Wait, what about part 3? Because there's 2 parts to each lesson.
Yeah, I'm going through. Yeah, because from what I don't know if this is correct. So on the calendar, it says group meeting on Tuesday, and then a group meeting today. And then, but that's weird because what happens if some of the group meetings are like on Wednesday or Monday?
I don't know.
Like, especially for that, like, because it says lesson 2 group meeting was on Tuesday, and I can no longer open that up because it's past due for me. Mm-hmm. And then there's nothing for Wednesday, and then today, so obviously we're getting that done today. And then there's nothing for tomorrow, and then on Saturday it just says to turn in the homework. So if you look in the lesson plans for the class, mm-hmm. After the group meeting, we're supposed to just from what I'm understanding. Let me open up the assignment of group meeting. Yeah, because this is my first time. I wasn't able to make it to even the first Google Hangout. So it says, meet with your group using Google Hangouts to discuss any questions you have on part 2 of the individual preparation assignment. So it looks like what they're probably wanting us to do is to do part 1 of all the lessons on our own. And then when we meet in the group, they want us to do part 2. Because it says record, says step 2 in the group meeting is record your group meeting and post a link to the group collaboration discussion board. Oh, so you started recording this, right?
Yes, I did.
So then I guess you have to just post that into the discussion board. The link that if I'm record your group meeting and post the link to the group collaboration discussion board.
Okay.
And then after your group has clarified the understanding of part 2, which we went over the lesson 2, which is fine, click start below to take the group meeting quiz. And my guess is the quiz is probably like, oh, were you a part of the, because yeah, it says each member of the group must submit his or own answers in order to receive credit. So now we just go to the, I guess, the start button on that.
Yeah. I'm guessing that just one of us needs to post the link to the group. Do you want me to just post the link?
Yeah. So if you started the link today, next week I'll start the link, and so whoever starts the link, I guess that'll be the responsibility to. You think that's cool?
I think that sounds good.
All right. Cool.
Do you want to keep the time about 5 o'clock, or do you just want to whatever works?
Yeah. So 5 o'clock is always good with me on. Yeah, so Tuesdays, I don't know. Tuesdays are not good for you because you're.
No, Tuesdays aren't good for me because
eating.
That's when we go and have dinner with my father-in-law.
Yeah, definitely. So let's do Mondays. We can do it. I mean, I don't do family home evening till later, so we can do 5 o'clock because that's when I get home at about 4:40. So that gives me some time to set up the computer and get ready. So.
Okay, so do you want us to have it so that it's Mondays and Thursdays? That way that we just keep on track of things? Yeah,
because then that gives us time Monday to Thursday to get ready for the Thursday. And then the Monday we can take the weekend getting ready for it. Because how many classes are you taking?
I'm just doing 2.
Oh, yeah.
I tried doing 3 and it was just like, I can't do this. So I'm doing 2.
I have, it seems like on average, at least 25 assignments due every week, and it's getting. I'm literally writing down on a piece of paper. Okay, you did this assignment. Cross it out. Like even though it shows us like on the calendar what you've already done, I still I have to see it on a piece of paper that I'm doing the assignment. So, but yeah, I mean let's make Mondays and Thursdays our day, and 5 o'clock is perfect.
Sounds great.
All right. Well, it was good meeting you, Coral, and hopefully we'll be able to help out each other this semester and learn something new.
That's true. And have fun with going out tonight.
Oh, it's going to be – and I'm going to a family because I'm the young men's president, and I'm going to a family of youth that they've stopped coming with the whole family in general. And I feel so bad because I've really tried getting a hold of them, and it's just one of those things. People have their ways of going about life, and I'm just like, I'm so nervous to go over. So, but we'll get it done. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I don't mind visiting people, so it's a good thing.
That's good.
All right, well, we'll see you on Monday, and good luck.
See you Monday. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.